Yes, I entered the trade again on GBPUSD, and then it's pushed up back to recover me the loss. So like I made the $8 back, and I'm still holding one position right now. Um, so I'm back, but back on 0-0. So how many of you like have been trading? Like how many of you have been trading? Like within the time, or like maybe let's say yesterday, today you've taken a trade. So that's the one position that I have left. It's just 0.02 and it's in $3 now. Um, so let's have a little chat. And then we will just do a quick scan of the market to see directions. We will do gold and we will do GBP, USD, and then we can do the DXY real quick. And we will just end our session in the first round, um, so that maybe tomorrow or another time we can do like two sessions. Um, so let me start by asking how many of you have been trading, even if it's demo?
Hmm.
Yeah, you can say, if you want to say something, you can unmute and talk.
Hello.
Yes, you can talk. So I wanted to know or hear those of you who've been trading and how it's been like.
Yeah, yeah. Me, I've been trading synthetic indices. It's been going well for me. Just trying to refine my strategy and psychology,
Okay.
but it's demo though.
Mary, have you been trading to Miss Uche, have you been trading? And Precious.
Yes, I've been trading, but synthetic too.
Oh, why all of you are afraid of the currencies? You are moving away.
I trade market is not being stable for like a week or so. So last week I didn't trade it. This week too, I've not started trading it. Maybe tomorrow.
What pair?
GBPUSD.
Okay. 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 Who else so that we can go on?
I've been trying, but most of the time I lost. I just stayed me back. I stopped trading.
Who is that? Patience?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, okay. You joined with the Infinix. I thought it was Precious rather. Okay. But
I open.
that's a good news to hear that you have been trading because I don't remember the last time that you said you took trades.
At times when I take, uh, I had a $50 account.
Okay.
I've been struggling with that account. It will reach 60, 70. After I will come back to 30, but presently it's at 48.
Okay. So what
So
I want to leave
it's not
you
growing.
before we do our quick scan of what I am thinking or what any of you might be thinking is, um, I think staying back for like 2 months and then coming back now, the first thing I'm approaching or I'm coming in with, I don't have the time to be trading like the way I used to, always on the chart and updating and taking to know. I won't still have time to do that because there's a lot of things on me. But I will be taking trades because I've made some deposits into my account. As you can see, I have 150 that I deposited yesterday to trade, and um, the equity is 154. So let's say I'm in small profit right now. Yeah. So like I said, I made the first trade I took his stop loss, $8 loss, but I took the buy again when I woke up and I made $8 profit back and I closed. I took three positions, 0.02. When they all got into $4 each, I closed two to recover my loss, and then I've left just one on GBPUSD. And as you all know, I always use my main entry. I use like something like a line or something to show where I would be taking either a buy or a sell. So if you can see my chart, you will see that this point, which is the red point here, is actually going to be uh, PSR or precision support resistance. That is to say that above this red line, if I want to take a trade, I'll take a buy. Below here, I will take a sell. Okay, so that's what. So I took the buy somewhere here when this retest was being done and price couldn't come down. I took a buy here yesterday, and it put me in profit like $3 something up to here, but it couldn't go up to the black. My first target was I was taking the buy to the black line somewhere here. You see where I'm putting these things here? Can you all see these lines I'm drawing here? Okay, so this is
Yes.
where my TP1, I was aiming for a TP1. But then it just put me into profit up to here. Couldn't take this internals or small high out. And then I slept. But then I set stop loss exactly to the PSR, which is the red line. I should have brought the stop loss maybe back down below this low, somewhere here. But that would be too wide for me. Um, so I just put the stop loss a little bit below I think the red line, the PSR. And then the market reversed, came down, retested this small area here, came below the PSR. It couldn't continue dropping down and then came above the PSR again. So when I woke up, I saw that on the 4 hour, the price was dropping. On a 4 hour time frame, let me go to this is the 30 minutes of if you want to know. Also on the 4 hour, I saw that so this 4 hour candle, it just came all the way down, hit this place. So when I woke up, I saw it was rejecting, rejecting, rejecting. So the moment it got to the PSR, which is the red line, I entered my trades again. I entered with three positions, and then it kept rejecting, rejecting till it got up here. Then the next 4 hour candle has opened. I think the next 4 hour, how many hours are we into the current 4 hour? I don't know, maybe. Yes, but that opened and took price a little up. So there are two things. Price, this 4 hour candle, if there is volume, it may want to fill this wick, do a wick fill. Okay. But then we have to, if it gets to the red line or the PSR back, we have to see if it is going to stop for this support here, this 4 hour candle support here, which is where the PSR is. Whether it's going to stop here and then maneuver a new 4 hour candle, push it up, something like that. Or if it just sweeps down with volume and closes below this PSR, then there might be a higher tendency that price will retest this place and then dump down again. Okay, so it's just simple for me. I'm just using the PSR to determine my buying and my selling. But then, of course, the bigger picture is always what you have to look for. So let's go to the daily time frame on GBPUSD. So as you can see, and let's remind ourselves, what is a PSR? So PSR is the point on the chart that serves as both support and resistance. Okay, so for example, as you can see, this area here, this point here, price comes from down, goes up, taps or gets here, and it displaces or distributes big time to the down here. So from this point here, I can see sellers are here. That's why price made this huge move to the downside. This is a daily time frame. So this one. So I'll note here to be resistance. Sellers are here. That's why they push price down. So anytime price get to where those sellers were, I will be watching to see what will happen. What will happen, the reaction that will happen is going to tell me whether sellers are still there or not. So price gets back here again, we see a small reaction down. This tells me sellers are still here. So this is the second time. Now, price now goes there, gets there, but is able to give us a bullish candle that closes above that point. The moment I see this, it tells me that I see this happen. It tells me that yes, those sellers are very active here. The buyers are telling us that they are able to weaken the sellers, and therefore, above this point, this same point, buyers can take control. Okay, so that's the meaning of this when I see this. So which then now makes the same point the PSR because we have sellers there as resistance and we have a buying or buyer's indication telling us that they can also go bullish above that line when the sellers become so weak. So then I have to be monitoring. Anytime price is above it, I can find opportunities to buy, and anytime prices below it, I can find opportunities to sell. Okay, so these are the two things that I'm going to be doing. Give me a sec. Okay, so quick one. So I'm just monitoring the PSR, the red line. So price goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down, just consolidating around it, taps on it, push up, taps on it, push up, taps on it. So here we can see price was below. It hit it, couldn't go more below above it. Boom, it displaces to the downside. This tells me from this point, sellers are strong on the PSR. Price comes down, price goes up again, hit it, there's a resistance. Price presses down. Price goes up above it, sat on it and pushes up, didn't go far, comes down, went above, uses it, boom, up. So price above this PSR red line, boom, goes up big time. So I'm just looking for the bigger moves above or below it. So then I can see again, price comes down, hit it, moves up. This tells me buyers are here. Indication, correction, buyers take price up. It couldn't go far. Price stays below. Price hit it. Sellers push it down. Hit it again. Sellers pushes down. So you can see this line or red line is serving as both resistance and support. So this is what I'm monitoring. So price hit it, drop down, comes back again, hit it, bullish candle goes above it, giving indication, rate tested, price stays above it, boom, goes up, couldn't go far, price comes down, we get a bearish close below it. After we get the bearish close below it, price bullish hit it again, PSR, hit, consolidate, boom, bullish close above it, bearish engulfing, bearish candle closing, sellers push the price down, buyers reject it up, so we can see the rejection. Buyers, sellers push it down, buyers reject it up, sellers reject it down. So you can see the struggle that is happening around the red line. Okay, so that's what tells me this red line is very, very, very crucial. Look at the struggle happening around it. Sellers push price down again, buyers, boom, pushes up again. Right now, price is above the PSR. So, yes, the last move that got us close to the PSR is this. We have 1, 2, 3 bearish move. But then we can also say that the most important move was here. A bullish move, consolidation, correction, indication, correction. This should give us the continuation. That's why I'm projecting price to go up. Okay. But then the entry we will have should be above the PSR because that is what we've identified as the most important magnet or area or zone or point around this area where price is trading currently for some time. So indication, correction, boom. So let's measure the correction. What is the percentage of the correction? If I take my fib from down to the top here, 61.8% correction. That is a perfect. Okay, so price 61.8%, boom, moves up 50, goes up 38, drops to 50 to retest 38. Above 38, price has the tendency at least to get us into 23% because it is above this area that price is going to maneuver or break up. Okay, so at least if we don't get anything at all above this 38, above the PSR, above this 38.2%, price is going to move up to this area. So you can see I have marked here. If price goes above this 23 here, I will need a rate test and price should stay above it to boom, push big time to the top. But if price comes here and stays below here, then higher chance price is going to just stop here and then drop down, stay below the PSR, and then go down again. So always having those two options, possibilities. As a technical analyst, you have to have those two possibilities. Okay, so this is the bullish scenario. So let's say, okay, bearish scenario. We have price give indication below the PSR. You see 1, 2, 3, 4 bearish indication. Though we can assume that is a correction for the bullish move up, but we can also take this as a fresh indication. Okay. And then once we have the indication that price is wanting to go bearish, we have the correction, the pullback. Okay. So the correction is this bullish move up to here. So what is the percentage of the correction on the fib for this bearish move? I take my fib, measure from this point to down here. The correction is up to 50%, a little closer to 61.8%. Okay, so this 50% is enough for price to fall. But what if it's not enough? What if it's going to use this 50% as liquidity? Okay, so that possibility should be also in our mind. So if it's likely it will just fall from here. If we are taking the bearish indication correction scenario and then give us a new lower low, or it will not just do that. It will just go up again, sweep this as liquidity and give us a 61.8%, in between 61.8%. This is a correct premium zone. Okay, give us this area, this zone. And then price will just consolidate a little bit, perfect head and shoulder, left support, head, break of support, right shoulder formed here, boom, down, price displaces. Okay, for a head and a shoulder. So that's why this zone is very, very, very important. If price is going to buy up, it needs to get here and then fail to come down, and then we're going to just buy it up. But if it gets here and decides not to go up above the 78.6%, 78.6%, around in between the 61.8, 78.6% here, this zone, head and a shoulder, shoulder, head. Let me draw the head and a shoulder for you to see. So we can have right shoulder, neck, head. Okay. So we have, yes, price breaks the support. First right shoulder pushes down, can sweep liquidity above the first right shoulder and make a second right shoulder, which is a perfect scenario, up to here, and then boom, drops. Okay. So all those possibilities are available, but the most important thing is the deciding factor is going to be around here. And that place is exactly where my TP1 for the buy. So though I'm buying above the PSR, my TP1 is just around here. So that if price gets here, I'm going to close my trade. So I will keep buying until price gets here. But if price decides not to go and give us that second right shoulder, and it just reverses and start dropping here below the red line down here, we are going to enter for sales, take price down. Have you guys have you refreshed on the way we analyze, or it has become new?
Yeah, I have a question, sir.
Okay, ask the question.
Yeah, this is the daily time frame.
Yes, I
Yeah, and I can,
intentionally use the daily time frame because you must
yeah,
think in the higher time frame.
yeah. So the trend here. Can you please
Mhm.
tell me the trend?
Okay, so if you want to use the trend for this market,
Yeah,
we have to even go beyond the daily time frame. Okay, if you want to
yeah,
look at the trend, I will go to monthly to be able to check the trend. Okay, so we've analyzed this long time. The overall trend for GBPUSD has been
yeah,
bearish, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low. So the last important, this is a low, this is a lower high. So the last important range is here and here. And you can see my FIB is exactly measuring it.
yeah,
So my FIB is measuring it. This is the last range, important range, here and here. And price has pulled back into premium. So in premium, if the bearish trend wants to continue, the market will want to sell and give us a new lower low. But what if we have double bottom 1, 2 here, and price swept all of that and just started pushing up, higher high, lower high, higher high, lower high. These are all internal structures. The main external structure is here and here. But this is internal higher high, lower high, higher high, lower high, higher high, lower high, higher high, lower high. So we need a new higher high. But until this external high is taken out, if this is taken out, then we know price is now trying to tell us, I want to go bullish.
yeah.
Does that answer your question?
No, let's go to the daily time frame.
Okay, daily time frame. This is the daily.
Yeah,
Okay, your question. Okay, so I am not thinking about all these structures, higher, high. No, I'm thinking about this point and this point as my
yeah.
last external bearish range. So we are within this range. So price can drop and give us a new lower low. But this move up has been a bullish internal structures forming and going up, and it's at premium.
Yeah.
Okay, so at least okay, so high, the last internal high and low is here to here. Okay, so if price took this high, went up, this is a flag. Okay, flag, we just can have another line, a move up when there's a breakout. But price can drop down from here and give us like a 61.8% retracement or 78% here, and then go up. Okay, it can drop because it has taken a previous high, an internal high. So it can do a major pullback in this range before it goes up again. Do you understand my
Okay.
point?
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think our Zoom might end because it was just like 30, 35 minutes.
Okay.
Once all of you have questions, I would then send the Google Meet link once this one cuts so that we can finish with the question. This meeting was not intended to be long, but we can refresh our minds and discuss few things, right? So if it goes off, I will send the Google Meet link. Are we all good
Okay.
with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ask your question. And all of you, we want to refresh our minds on the way we analyze. So bring up your questions if you like.
Can you zoom in the current price, the current structure? Hello? Network.
Can I zoom out what?
Yeah, the current structure
Structure
at the,
as in,
uh, at the top where you saw that blue line.
okay.
Yeah, the blue line at the top.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes. You can you can see the market pull back and close above the blue line.
This one.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
This is
It's
the
close at
daily. You are using this as a daily. I can
yeah,
tell
yeah.
you the weekly is a week.
Hmm.
Okay. The weekly is
Yeah.
a week. So it depends on where you are coming from. The weekly is a week, the monthly is a week. Okay.
So now you mean
Uh-huh.
you cannot call that particular range at on daily a swing.
You can, but what if, so you can call it that, but what if the formation or the algorithm that the market is using is not within the daily. Okay. So
Okay.
you see, you can have your own analysis, but if it is in line with what the market makers or what they have, they are allowing it to what they are allowing to play for the season or for the month or for the whatever, then it's going to play. You are going to be right. Okay. So we all don't know whether they are using the monthly or the weekly or the 3 months. So you can use the daily for this projection and say that, okay, this is a higher high. Okay, somebody will call this a liquidity grab on the weekly time frame, but you are calling it a higher high.
Yeah.
Yes, but somebody will call it a liquidity grab, taking liquidity above here and here on the weekly and monthly.
Yeah. I'm asking this question because this thing have been happening to me.
Yes.
So what in this kind of situation, what will be your own side to choose?
And I will choose, that's why I'm telling you, I am choosing the higher time frame. But then what makes me confident with that is, okay, so let me take this fib out. What makes me confident on that is my assertion that I'm using this high, lower high, and then this line here as my current range. And whatever is happening here, whatever bullish is happening here,
Yeah.
is just internal structure. Do you understand that part?
Yeah.
Good. So if you are using it that way, like I'm using, then you take your fib and measure from here to down here. You can see that market is bearish, but it has pulled back into premium. Okay, premium.
Yeah.
So this is still within premium. We are not even at 100% yet. It's still within 78.6%. Price came up here, but it's still within that. So premium, not 100% yet. Do you understand my point?
Yes, sir.
And therefore, all this zone or this area is still premium. Okay, so once price is at premium, the normal thing price should do is now drop down and make a lower low. But what if price is not trying to also come and make a lower low? So you have to think both sides. So if it doesn't want to come and make a lower low, then what you have to start thinking about is, okay, how was price moving toward before it got to the premium? It started making us higher high, lower high, higher high, lower high, higher high, lower high, higher high, and then now we get a lower high failure swing, lower low, a liquidity grab,